Alright guys, I am back. I actually ended up doing a lot more than getting ready to do my makeup. I decided to put on some nails. These are cat eye nails. So I just got done blow drying my hair, and I'm gonna cover up these grays. I got a lot of gray hairs coming in because I've been stressed out, and just aging. But yeah, so what I wanted to do was actually just introduce you guys to myself. I have been wanting to do this video for a very, very long time, and I never got a chance to do it. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I've had many chances of doing a video with commentary, and times where like I didn't have any interruptions and all that kind of stuff, but I wanted to come on here because lately I have been feeling down. I've been very sick. The doctors don't know what it was. Could have been a new virus that I contracted. I don't know. It was weird. But I've been sick for about a month. But I wanted to come in here and introduce myself just because I kind of want to get to know people, get to know my community. I am part of the Spooky Fam community. I love all things Halloween. My real name is Sal, or short for Salma, which means peace. And actually, I've just found out it means the same thing as Salem. So we went to Salem back in 2023, Salem, Massachusetts, and I absolutely was in love. And I love the comparison between my name and such a city that is just thriving with history and just acknowledges like dark side and how far it's come to, being a very thriving city. So yeah, I have something in my eye. But yeah, I just want to come here and just talk. I want my videos to feel natural. I don't really have anything like much editing to do. I love to play video games. I really love doing my makeup, even though I don't have anywhere to go. I just felt like putting on a face just kind of makes you feel like you want to wake up a little bit. But before I dive deep into like the makeup stuff, I just kind of wanted to give you guys like a little bit of my background. I'm 33 years old. I'm halfway to 34. Time really flew by, and I am definitely feeling the aging happening faster than usual. When you say goodbye to your 20s, you really are saying goodbye. Peace, done. Because you're never gonna get those days back. So I absolutely love traveling. A lot of my videos that I do have, I haven't edited or posted up yet, but I do travel a lot. I like to experience new places and new attractions and just things like that get your adrenaline going. I am petrified of heights, spiders, and clowns, but I have overcome my fear of heights and clowns. And maybe one time with the spider, the biggest spider that I know of, tarantula. Oh my god. Oh, no, can't. No, I overkill when it comes to a spider. But yeah, I like to do things that get my adrenaline going and just feeling like, I don't know. I just feel like life's short. Why be comfortable? And There's nothing wrong with being comfortable, like having a home, having a space that you feel comfortable in. But I just love to see the world. I love to meet new people. I love to hear stories and history and just to get those experiences, because I feel like as we age and get older, it's so much harder on your body, on your mind, to juggle work, school, kids, family, friends. Like, I have a friend that, I don't know how she does it. She has 5 kids, twin boys. Oh my God. And she does everything. And she's a coach. She's like, I don't know. But yeah. And then I have a wife. We're not technically legally married, but you know, she's still my wife. We've been together for 13 plus years. She is my first girlfriend, and my last, because I absolutely fell in love with her, and she is my everything. So she'll let me. I don't know if she'll let me, but I want to put her in some of my videos. Oh, sorry guys. I'm trying really hard to like speak because I have a really, really bad congestion and sinus infection and all this stuff. But today is like the first day in a very, very long time I've been able to speak. But yeah. So I do have a wife. I call her my wife because we've been together for so long. I love it. It's a promise ring. This is my second ring because my first one, I accidentally lost it. And somehow it ended up in my basement and somebody found it. And then I lost it again. But during that time, you know, when I had found it, she had already gotten me this ring. And another funny story, the middle diamond right here, that one fell off while I was taking a shower. I think it fell in the shower. I don't know if it actually did fall in the shower, but I think when I was using the loofah or scrub, something like that, it must have been too abrasive on it, and it just... I try not to take this off, hence why I was showering with it, because I lost the first one that way. So I was really afraid I would lose this one, and then diamond fell out, the biggest one. So, but my wife ended up getting me the diamond again last year, so I'm so excited. I love jewelry. Absolutely love jewelry. I'm actually wearing... I try not to wear too much when I'm at home because, like, I like to relax and feel like, you know, naked, and if you will. And every once in a while I do like to have, you know, makeup on while I'm home and stuff like that. I dress comfortable, have me a snacky snack, a nice drink, you know, that kind of thing. But sorry, I had to go check on something. I thought my dog heard something. It's been raining and pouring nonstop. I'll move you right here so you can kind of see me a little better. But sorry. Every once in a while I'm going to be coughing, so I might have to step out just for a little bit. But yeah, my wife knows that I love jewelry so much, but I'm wearing a couple of pieces just because, like, I like reminders of her, you know, just being part of me all the time. She's currently at work. She hates that I'm home right now because I have been sick, but I got a doctor's note. Yeah, I love my doctor. They've been trying really hard to keep me, to get me better. But right now I am just wearing my necklaces. I just needed something that would give me some type of healing, and I love to wear like little crystals and stuff like that, but this one is a rose quartz crystal in an evil eye shape. Love this. It's like a beautiful color. I don't know if you can see that very well. And then I have my yin yang necklace. I think that's really pretty because, you know, just kind of reminds you what goes around comes around, and everything just kind of has an action and reaction, and, you know, the positive and negative, you got to take it all in, you know. But I thought it paired very well with my shirt that I'm wearing today, my Killstar shirt. Don't worry, I'll do a fit check in a little bit. I'm not really wearing anything super crazy, just comfortable. What else? Yeah, I got a lot to talk about myself. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope nobody is going through the sickness. I don't pray this on anybody. I sounded 20 times worse than what I do today. Like, I wasn't even able to speak for 2 seconds without coughing nonstop. So what had happened was, I went on a work trip, a training to Alabama, and it was for about a week. So traveling from Michigan, where it's extremely cold, it was snowy and rainy, and I think that rapid weather change and climate change may have been the effects of the cause for my sickness. Just like a cold that just turned into something else. But I went to Alabama, and that week that I came back, I was definitely on a plague-infested airplane. I use a face mask when I travel on an airplane because I do get very sick very easily, and my immune system isn't as strong, especially having COVID at least like 3-4 times since, you know, the pandemic has happened. But man, it's even hard to speak now. Like, I feel like my chest is very heavy. But one of the reasons why I think that I couldn't get over this cold is because the weather was just getting more and more cold. I went to the gym a couple of times, and I may have contracted something from there. So I feel like I was getting a combination of a virus, a bacterial infection, something. I try to sanitize and clean as much as I possibly can, and for some reason it does not work. I feel like over cleaning or being overly dirty is just, it's not good. So I don't know. I try to avoid it as much as possible, but being on a plague-infested airplane on that day I was coming back to Michigan, it was so bad. Everybody was sick. I don't even know, not one person I was sitting next to or around me that wasn't sick. It was so bad. Everybody was coughing, sneezing. At one point I thought somebody like may have nope. And if you see my tongue red, that's because I'm eating a lot of balls, you know, because these are so good, and these are the cool berry flavor. I'll put one on right now. We'll put one in my mouth right now, but I feel like they'll make it harder for me to talk. But yeah, that was one of the reasons why I feel like I have been really, really sick. I feel like I've got every disease you could possibly think about there, and it's been rough. It's been really rough. Work has been taking it out on me. I work in IT. I've been working IT since 2021. Prior to that, I did random sales, and just I was a business developer at one point for a car dealership. I was an EDI coordinator, an electric data interchange coordinator for a logistics company, and then an operations coordinator / representative at another logistics company. And then from there, they had promoted me to the IT department, and I worked in the integration side, so I did really, really good. I love that job. It's one of the best jobs I've ever had in my entire life. I wanted to make it a career, and, you know, they were just such a good environment to work in. I miss it. I did work from home at one point. At first I started off as hybrid because I was part of the operations side, but when I got promoted to the IT department, I was able to choose if I wanted to work from home or go in the office, and the office wasn't too far from me. It's like downtown, but it was like 15 minutes away from me. And every once in a while, like if I felt like, being social and stuff like that, or if I felt like I would get a lot more work done in the office, I'd go. So I would do that, and yeah, I loved it so much. But unfortunately, by August of 2023, I was let go, along with several other employees that were really good at their job and have been there for 20 plus years. It had nothing to do with performance. It had nothing to do with, productivity or just anything I did wrong. They did nothing wrong. It was just something they were just reconstructing the company, and they knew that they were not going to be able to afford to keep on all their employees, especially with a recent merger that they did. They actually just merged with a new company, so I think it had a lot to do with contract changes from their primary company that owned them, but they were part of a third-party company. So yeah, being a part of that company was amazing. I'm not going to give out any names because I technically cannot. I don't want anybody coming after me, but yeah, that was one of the best companies I ever worked for, and I hope everybody that, was laid off was able to get another job, because it was hard. I mean, COVID times are hard, and even times are harder now, but we're struggling, we're surviving, we're doing all the things that come with life, I guess, So, yeah, I'm actually gonna start doing my makeup now because I don't know if I got somewhere to go. But yeah, one of the things that I like to start with my eyeshadow, and then work on my face, because a lot of the eyeshadow that I have are really pigmented and it will fall on my cheeks and stuff, so I don't want that to happen. Let me get my eye primer. So yeah, I just have this baggie full of makeup. I've had this for about 15 years. I don't know why I had this bag for 15 years. Not the makeup, just the bag. It was given to me by an aunt of mine, and she is awesome. But I'm gonna start with this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, or potion. I love this thing because it really just make your eyelashes, or your eyeshadow, pop. But yeah, anyway, so when I was let go, I ended up getting another job elsewhere and had to just kind of adjust to fully working in office again. I mean, I worked in office or outside of home setting majority of my life, but for 3 years working from home and then going back into the office was a huge adjustment for me, and I'm pretty sure it was a huge adjustment for a lot of other people who experienced that. But I was struggling. I had a hard time waking up on time. I had a hard time waking up on time. I was like, really? Because like my shift at my previous workplace was from 10 to 6. So to wake up any time before that, like an hour before that was usually like my wake up time before 10 o'clock. So it was like 9 o'clock I'd be up, and I was like, oh my God, it's the best. I got some sleep, especially with like a busy schedule. But nowadays I have to wake up at like 6:30, 5 o'clock, 6:30 to beat the traffic, beat the snow, beat all the weather conditions and everything else that life throws at you. So yeah, so work has been hard on me because excuse me, because of that. So I'm feeling very purpley today. So I think I'm gonna go in with some purple. Like a pinky purple. Which one I want? I have this Take Me Back to Brazil. And it has a beautiful line of purple shades and stuff like that. So I might go in with that. Or I have this NYX Wind palette. This one has a bunch of beautiful shades in there too, like these ones, this one, there's some black. Don't mind my dirty mirror, sorry. I don't know what happened to this shade. I don't even know the names of the shades. Really might tell you on the back. Nope, but it just says pressed pigmented. So yeah, really cool palettes. I don't know which one I want to do. I don't think I've Take Me Back to Brazil in a long time, so I think I'm gonna stick with this. I have several makeup brushes right here. One set a friend gave to me, another set I just keep getting gifted makeup brushes for Christmas, because I love makeup. But yeah, so this new job that I work at, I've been working there since April of last year. It took me a long time to find another job. So in September 2023, literally 3 days after I got back from Greece, 3 days that I got back from Greece, I was let go from my other company. I wish they would have told me before I went, but it was a struggle to come back and then almost have no way of an income to pay for my credit card debt and all that kind of stuff coming back from Greece. That was really, really hard, but I got by. Ended up finding a job in April of 2024, and I hate it. I never in my life would ever think that I would hate a job more than this, but I hate it. It's an IT position. Again, similar to what I was doing before, but this company is absolutely terrible. By the way, I'm going in with, I'm going in with this purple right here. I don't know what it's called, but it's beautiful, and I like that shade. So I'm just gonna go in right here. But yeah, I hate it. I complain about it to myself, sometimes to my wife, every day. I absolutely hate it. They are so unorganized. They don't know what they're doing. They ask me to do things that are completely out of my job description. Like, I don't even know what they want me to do sometimes. I get so confused because I'm like, why are you asking me to do this? Like, I understand that there's a difference between helping people and, you know, being a team player, but I have no team. I am the only person in the IT department. I am the IT department. So you can't tell me that you can't find anybody else to help you with something, because I am already stretched way too thin, as is sir, ma'am. But anyways, I hate it. I cannot stand these people. They're rude. They talk down to me as if I have not been educated enough in what I'm doing. I know I do a good job. I know I do a good job because I've heard it from the owner of the company himself. Mind you, this is a very small company. It's maybe about 150 plus, but that doesn't really include all the drivers and stuff like that. I work for a trucking company, by the way, but just overall rude and disrespectful. And I feel like since I became the only person in my IT department, I feel like they have been, I wouldn't say mistreating me, but they've been very I don't know if it's passive or very strict with me. I would say we're so strict. So I'm going to tell you the story behind this and why they're so strict. So when I got hired back in April last year, the person that interviewed me was also part of my IT department. He was my supervisor, right? But he was also part of the military. So, I only had the opportunity to work with him and just be kind of project managed by him for about 2 months before he ended up having to go back to the military for active duty, because he is part of the military reserve, so that happens occasionally. That's understandable, and I thought that this would have been a great opportunity to showcase, my skills and knowledge, and that I don't need to be supervised. And it went well for the very first couple months, and then after that, he came back, and then it was a complete shit show. When he came back, it was so bad. Like, everything that I had did, he undid. And I was so heartbroken and angry, and I had words. I was like, keep your voice to yourself. I was like, I wanted to speak up, but I was like, I really cannot afford to lose this job. So I was like, just keep it to yourself. Accept what's happening, because I guess he is the supervisor overall. I mean, he still came back to his original title change. But anyways, he just never really cared about anything that I had to say or anybody else had to say. And then when he did ask questions, there was a lot of sarcasm behind it. And I do well with sarcasm. My wife is very sarcastic. So, obviously I've dealt with it a lot. But he was just overly sarcastic and mean about it. Like he acted like everyone was stupid. He called people stupid to their face, behind their back. I mean, it was just absolutely absurd. And I was like, I understand you're part of the military, sir, but you don't talk to people that way. You don't treat people that way. That's not how we do this in a civilized manner, in a working environment. You do not treat people with disrespect that way. I love to work with people and just, it doesn't, all walks of life, it doesn't matter. I enjoy working with people. And this guy acted like we were just, I don't know, some kind of irresponsible child, I guess. I don't know what was going through his head, but I'm going to change my brush. But he really acted like we just had no common sense, and I hated that. And I was like, I put him in his place every once in a while. I'll like prove things, because I don't like to prove things like just right out of my ass. I like to give data and facts, and I'd be like, here, look at the data, look at the facts, this is what's happening. Can you just kind of work with me here on how we can fix the problem, get to the solution, or things that I've already fixed. He went and broke them, and I showed him the solution to the problem, and it was just completely just, okay. So, yeah, so I was by myself from June 1st. Yeah. So, like, I would say maybe end of September, beginning of October, he came back. And what he did, I'm going to go in with this dark one and then this one right here. So he came back like late September, October, and what I did was just kind of give him like a 2-week breakdown of like right before he came back. I just kind of gave him a breakdown so that way he wasn't super lost. And I wanted him to just understand like all the hard work I put into doing his job and my job for a single salary. I get paid salary. But it was very unfair to me to do the work of a supervisor and my original job description. And it was so hard for me because I was also studying for my data analytics certification, and that took into some of the time that I was studying and doing work full time and just trying to get by and catch up from, last year's debt and the couple months of being in debt. I feel like I sound like I'm crying, but I'm not. I'm just super congested, so sorry if that's making you feel sad. I feel like sounds so sad or whatever. But yeah, I wanted to what was I saying? Sorry, this occasionally happens too. I get like brain fog and I forget what I'm talking about. But so yeah, like I've been doing 2 jobs, 1 pay. It's been brutal. And so I did have a talk with the owner of the company about this before, and he just kind of like dismissed it, and he was like, we appreciate all that you do and all that kind of stuff, but we can't afford to pay you more right now. I was like, okay. Well, now you're being rude because you're not paying me to do the job that I have already completed, and then have somebody else come in and undo the job that I did. And I think that, and then mind you that my supervisor and the owner of the company are friends. They're buddy, or were buddy, because, you want to know the tea? Do you want to know the tea? So, my supervisor is an individual who also just kind of took advantage of the company. He never came to work. He was always gone. He somehow just managed to, utilize the company's resources, like the mechanics, to fix his personal vehicle. He just, from time to time again, he would just disappear in the building and just blame other people for not getting certain things done and blah blah blah. But it turns out that just because he wasn't there often as much as I was, like, I got a lot of the work that needed to be done that was on his to-do list within the allocated time that I had without him, and I did my job. So I was like, it's possible to do your job. He just didn't do it. He was super lazy, I guess. And I saw that and I learned that very, very easily. So yeah, I love this. This looks really nice. I added like a little pink in there. Just a little bit, to give a little pop. Pop, pop, pop. So anyways, yeah, he was super lazy. So, within the month of October, 2 weeks in, he tells me, this is actually right after I gave him the 2-week synopsis of what had happened previous months while he was gone. He tells me that he is going to be working with the military permanently. And he is going to be leaving the company, and I'm just going to have to fend for myself. I was livid, because I was like, dude, you didn't have to do anything. You could have just told me that you were looking for another job. You could have acted like you didn't have anything to do or say. Just go about your day. You really didn't have to do anything. And he came in and made all kinds of additions and changes and made my life a living hell for a few months. I hope this is turning out right. Yeah. Super pigmented, so it gets everywhere. So yeah, he then proceeds to stop showing up to work after these changes are made, after letting everybody know he's leaving the company, and somehow, some way, without me telling anybody that he was doing the things that he was doing, I get in trouble for his actions. I was like, he's still technically my supervisor. Like, I can't tell him what to do, what not to do. He was showing me some things that, like, I should know before he leaves permanently, but I was like, come on, this is ridiculous. Like, you can't blame me for his issues, his actions. It was terrible. But one of the worst things was that the day before he said that he was actually supposed to leave, which was Halloween. Halloween was the day that he was actually supposed to leave, right? That was his last day. And on that day, he was supposed to go take a ride out with the driver in the truck. And he never showed. He never said bye. He sent out a company-wide email that was just bashing everybody, and again with the sarcastic manner. He was just so rude and disrespectful in the way he left the company. But because of that, his friend, which is the owner of the company, was also, butthurt by it, because he was like, he was my friend, I trusted him, and he abused his power. And you can tell that he abused his power. You can tell that somebody in that position was just like, he didn't care. As for me, I cared because this is my only salary, and also I love the work that I do. And I always like to help other people and stuff like that, and I also felt like it was an opportunity for me to showcase my talents, my work, my skills, and how great I can, make your company, I guess, I'm gonna go in with the darker purple now. I don't want too much dark. But yeah, so then he proceeds to erasing his entire laptop. He didn't turn in his phone. He didn't turn in his credit card, because there's a company credit card that he was issued. I still have yet to be issued a company credit card. And then he turned in his keys for the buildings, all that kind of stuff. And me knowing the day before that he was doing all this, because he sits right next to me, so seeing all this happen, I didn't think, it didn't register to me that he wasn't going to come in the next day to not drive with that driver in a truck to finish out some type of SOP or something like that. I didn't even think about it. I was like, maybe he's going to use his personal laptop or something, And then I was like, maybe just kind of kickstart, make life easier by not having to do that myself. And he ends up sending that email, not coming back the next day, and then I get blamed by HR, and a majority of the people who's not even in the building, because they don't even know what's going on. They're in a whole different city, which is about 2.5 hours away from the Metro Detroit area. And he ends up just putting me in a bad spot along with the operations director, because I guess we should have been the responsible ones to tell the owner and HR what he was doing, what he was leaving. He was going to fulfill his last day. I was like, he didn't take anything. He left everything. He was just doing us a favor. But for some reason, they came after us and told us, well, we should have said something. There should have been some type of notification. I was like, dude, seriously? He sent out a really fucking ugly email to everybody. Excuse my language, but seriously, that was terrible. I was like, how are you going to blame me for something that he did? I was like, he didn't even do anything bad. You're acting like he stole stuff, and I was allowing it. If he was stealing something, I would have said something. I would have been like, hey, I think he's taking this laptop and cell phone, all that kind of stuff, or credit card. He notified me of all this stuff, but I guess because I didn't notify anybody else that he was doing this, then I got in trouble for it. And I am now seeing the effects of that still to this day, and it's been since November since he left. I guess October 30th is when he left. But to this day, November 1st, I have been getting so much heat off of all the shit that he did and all his abusive power, and now it's falling on me because they're acting like, because they didn't audit and monitor his management skills, and they didn't monitor anything that he was ever doing. Now they're coming to me and monitoring me as if I'm a bad person doing the things that he did, or they're trying to preventative measures from it happening again. And I was like, I feel targeted. I honestly feel targeted. I hate it. I don't like that feeling, because I am a trustworthy person. I don't like to do things that Sorry, I wasn't getting choked up. I needed to catch my breath. I was like, man, I felt like I was talking a lot, and I was going off a rant. But I'm a very trustworthy person, and I don't like when people do that to me, where they act like I'm going to sabotage a company, with my actions. I understand it's something that happened with him, and you're trying to prevent it from happening ever again, but I have not given any inclination of that ever happening again. Like, I have told them from time to time, and I make sure I give reports, monthly reports, weekly reports, how many ever else reports you need me to do to prove that I'm getting the work done, And I've heard great things from all my coworkers too, telling me that, oh, Sal, you're good job, you're doing a good job, you're so much better than your supervisor, all that kind of stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you guys, I really appreciate it. That makes me feel good. I love to be recognized for my hard work, because I put a lot of heart and soul into the work that I do. But anyways, so yeah, the owner of the company has been really hard on me, especially since I have asked for a raise too. His excuse on why he can't give me a raise is just really hard to believe, and I haven't really pressured him as much, but I feel like at this point I kind of want to pressure him a little more and be like, listen, sir, I'm doing the job of 2 people with 1 salary. I have not seen a raise since November, since my supervisor left, and I also understand that, like, the first time I asked for a raise was because, that my supervisor had the inclination of coming back. But since he left right after, I just don't feel like it's appropriate for me to just work the 2 jobs under 1 salary. It's not fair. So I'm definitely feeling like the unfairness happening in my workplace, and I hope that nobody else is going through this, but I feel like a lot of people are going through this, because even when I talk to my friends about it, they're like, man, me too, like, what do we do? What can we say? Because we don't want to lose our jobs. I mean, it's really hard out here. Grocery prices are high, things are just really tough with this inflation. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, I hate the fact that I have this fear of losing my job, but I don't want to. But anyways, another issue that has been really affecting me is, like, these past 2 weeks, since I have been sick for 2 weeks. I did have the opportunity of working from home. So, mind you, my performance working from home is not the best, because, again, I was super sick. So now that I'm finally feeling a little bit better, my HR rep was like, what did she say? Oh, she's like, oh, do you need to go on disability? And I was like, no. I was like, I've been working from home. Why do I need to go on disability if I've been working from home? Please tell me. Because if you're not paying me for these past 2 weeks that I've been working from home, then I obviously think I'm gonna quit. I would rather get unemployment, but to be in that position where you're going to tell me that I haven't been working and I've been working, I don't play that. I'll find another job. I'll find something. I'll work something, DoorDash, something, I don't know. But I'm kind of afraid to go back to work on Monday, because if I don't see anything in my check, because we get paid bi-weekly, but if I don't get anything in my check, I have some words to say. That being said, I'm gonna put a little black in my eyes. So I'm gonna do this little black right here, and just put a little bit under my eyes, and in the crease too. And a little edginess to it. I don't think it worked out. Sorry, I have to be super silent when I do this, because I I don't have that talent where you could talk and put things in your eye. Sorry, I think I got a package. I have to go get it. It's raining really hard, but I don't want to get it right now. But I'm just putting a little black on my eye. And then I'm gonna do some eyeshadow. I don't do this every single day. This is not my eye look that I do every day. I'm just doing this because I want to today. So it's looking good so far. Kind of like it. It looks sad, but it'll look good. I promise. Trust the process. Did I just snort? It's funny. But anyways, I hope I have a job come Monday. It's scary that, that people take advantage of you for the work that you do, and you put a lot of effort into things that you do, and it's just, I don't know, I don't get it. I don't understand why they're like that. I'm just putting on this CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus makeup, and can you see it? CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus in Black Onyx, and it is one of my favorite eyeliners. It does tend to smudge slightly, very slightly, but that's like way at the end of the day. It's not too bad, because by the time I get home, I don't care what I look like. I'm just gonna be honest, I just don't care by the time I get home, because I work with a lot of truck drivers and mechanics, and there's always grease and oil and stuff on my hands. Sometimes it gets in my hair, and I hate that. But I don't care at that point what my eyeliner looks like. But I just go in. I just go in the eyelid a little bit. Try not to hit my pupils. I don't know how people do it, where like they look at the camera, look at the mirror, look at the camera, look at the mirror, look at the camera, look at the mirror. I can't do that. But yeah, anyways, so has anybody else ever been in this situation before, where they just kind of take over the job of like doing your supervisor's work, or just kind of filling in for people who have not been there for a very long time, or hoping for a replacement? Because I have yet to hear anything about a replacement from this guy. I think they're just like assuming that I'm doing this job, and I already let the owner know that I'm not doing this for free. So I have taken a couple steps back to just let them know I'm not doing the things that you want me to do as a supervisor and do my job as an integrations rep. It's not fair, it's not feasible, it's not doable, especially with the salary that, like if I'm not really fueled by money. I'm more fueled by like the acknowledgement and success and stuff like that. But there is honestly nowhere else to go. I'm the only person for 4 different locations. It's a lot on one person, and it's really hard to get things done by myself. So yeah, let me know if anyone's going through the same thing that I'm going through. What do you feel? What do you think? Should I quit? Should I stay? Should I go? And mind you, the market right now for jobs is not that great for someone with entry-level IT skills, because even though I started working in IT in 2021, they're looking for certain skills and experiences that are like 5+ years, and I am nowhere near that. So it's really difficult for me to find a job that actually pays well, that respects your lifestyle, your mental health. I mean, that's what my previous job did, was like, that was a big plus for me, was that they promoted mental health programs. They wanted people to succeed mentally, physically, emotionally. So it's not just about the work, it's about, taking care of your employees, and that's what I'm looking for. So to find something like that in this job market, it's been really, really hard. So yeah. I've been thinking about going back to school to be a teacher. Possibly like a media specialist, because I am great with working with kids. I actually used to work as a paraprofessional in an elementary school back in that day. That was like one of my most professional jobs. Well, second most professional. But yeah, I absolutely loved working with these kids. But at the time, I was very young, so I never really pursued a career in teaching. I was pursuing a career in either graphic design or IT, and just the schooling wasn't there for me. But I had the opportunity to work at a school because I got my paraprofessional certificate. Sorry, my butt's numb. Just adjusting myself. But it was great. I loved it. Like, every day was a different day. Kids are just, they're adorable, they're cute, and you feel like you're doing something to help make a difference, even though sometimes the results are not showing that they're making a difference, and it doesn't feel like you're doing anything. But trust me, they remember things. They feel like you're a big part of their life, because they watch you kind of motivate yourself to help them out, and they enjoy that. So like, I was thinking about going back to school and just kind of helping kids understand, more about technology. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in the special education department, but if that's the route that I feel like I would thrive in, maybe I will have a concentration in special needs students as well. So yeah, I've been thinking about doing that. I worked in the school for about 7 years. So this was all during my general schooling. I was taking general classes at a university in college when I had came back from college. So I actually went to Michigan State University my very first year. And then after that, my parents honestly couldn't afford to help me pay for school. It was really expensive, and even though I had a scholarship, the scholarship I had was for an engineering program, and I don't know what that was. But yeah, the scholarship that I had was for an engineering program, so it was deemed, I don't know how you say it. It was deemed unapplicable. I can't even say the word. Unapplicable. It was deemed unapplicable because I was no longer concentrating on taking the engineering route. I wanted to do mechanical engineering and then eventually go into aerospace engineering, but that didn't work out. I just don't like math. There's a lot of math involved, and I don't like math, and I can't stand it. Kudos for you if you like it, because I don't like it. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to leave Michigan State and came back home, continued my college studies at Henry Ford College, and then from there I was offered a program to go to University of Michigan. So yeah, I'm a traitor. Go blue. Woo! And then from there, one of the guidance counselors was like, I think it was the guidance counselor. Yeah, guidance counselor. They were like, you can't enroll into other classes until you get some type of other form of payment because your financial aid has run out. I was like, what? Are you serious? My financial aid ran out by like my 5th year in college. They were like, yeah, it ran out. We gotta find a different form of payment. And I was like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do? Because working as a paraprofessional, I wasn't working for that much money. I worked for $9 an hour. $9 an hour. This was back in 2010 through 2016. By the time it was like 2014 through 16. That's when I finally got like a what was it, $4 raise. So yeah, I worked for so many years for very little money, and I had no way, shape, or form of figuring out how to pay for University of Michigan. So I ended up having to go back to Henry Ford, and then from there they were like, well, because you have so many advanced classes already from U of M and from Henry Ford, we can transfer your classes to online degree in university. And I was like, oh, well, that works too. So that helped out a lot, just because, being able to not have to drive be in class for about a couple hours and having to drive, and just dealing with traffic, and then going from work to school and then home super late. It's just, I didn't want to deal with that. So I'm so happy and grateful, but I ended up graduating with 2 degrees, not just 1, 2, because it was doable. So I was so blessed and honored. But yeah, I think I want to go back to school just to get that struggle a little bit and, just become a teacher. But yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta go get this package because I feel like it's gonna rain really hard and the box is gonna get soggy and I'm gonna get yelled at. So be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I'm about to put on some eyelashes, and I have this Eye Envy lash glue liner, and I'm going to use it with these eyelashes. I got a set from Shein. I've never really bought eyelashes from there, but they look really pretty. They look like the kind of cat eye look that I like to kind of convey on my makeup often. But I'm gonna just put on some eyelashes. But I am terrible at putting on eyelashes and then also, having a camera look at me. So I'm gonna do this and then I'll be right back. I promise. Like, how the hell do people put eyelashes on? This is so hard to do. What the fuck? I look cockeyed. But anyways, I think it's okay, but I definitely have to touch up my eyeshadow because I really ruined it trying to put this eyelash on. What is going on? Why does it keep coming off? It's so weird. But I like it. I like it a lot. I'm just gonna do like a quick touch up on my eyeshadow because it's not looking like how I want it to anymore. It's not as purpley. There we go. One at the bottom. One at the top. One at the bottom. But where were we? Oh yeah, college. So yeah, that is my schooling history, and I'm excited for this new journey of mine. Also, I have decided to take up streaming for gaming because I want something to do other than just work. I feel like being sick has given me an epiphany for some reason. Like, I'm driven by other things. I have other goals that I want to achieve. I think I'm gonna do this eyelash again because this is not doing great. I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, it's a little better. It's not that great. I'm trying here. It's not that great. I think I really messed it up. Anywho, yeah, I am excited to try new things. Like I said, I've been really into like traveling and just exploring the world and stuff like that, and I have not had the opportunity this past year to do as much traveling as I used to, just because of, you know, me struggling financially, and then just also trying to get in ahead of, you know, a lot of the things that are going on around the world, and just keeping myself together. But I am going to start streaming. I've tried to stream once. It didn't work out because I was doing terrible in the game. I usually like to play like RPG, shooter fighter games, stuff like that, Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, Evil Alice in Wonderland, and I recently was introduced to Diablo 4, and I love this game. It's amazing, and I think I want to I don't think I'm gonna put on foundation. I think it's too late in the day for me to put on foundation, so I'm just gonna put on some powder. Actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put on a cream to powder foundation, and then I'm gonna put powder over it because I feel like this will make it faster. And I really have to wash my brushes today because it's so. I don't really do this. I only use my brushes on myself. I don't use them on anybody else, so it's okay if I don't have the cleanest brush because they're just going on my face. Nobody else's. But, yeah, I think streaming would help me just kind of take my mind off a lot of the dumb shit that's going on around the world and just kind of get to know people. Come hang out, come chat. Once I do have a live stream, I will put it up here so that way we can, you know, if you want to connect with me on Twitch, I would absolutely love to hear from you guys and get to know each other. I'm not here for any monetizing. I'm just here for fun. I need fun because I am starting to get bored of not being able to do something outside of work and just home chores. So, and I try to spend as much time as I can with my family, and my family is very, very small, like very minuscule. Like, I have a mom, a dad, both are still alive, thankfully. My mom more so, my dad not so much, but my mom's healthy, my dad is struggling, but he's been a pain in the ass my entire life, so don't have the best relationship with him. Recently stopped talking with him, but I think that is diving too personal into drama. That's for another episode. Another episode of Spooky Sale. But anyways, and I do have one blood brother, and then the other one, he's sort of kind of adopted. Not really adopted, but he's sort of kind of adopted. He was a family friend of ours for such a long time, and his mom and living situation wasn't the best, and my mom and dad basically took him in, and we kind of, you know, helped raise him. And he's older than my brother and I. My brother and I are a year apart, so my brother just turned 32 in December, this past December. And then my mom, she is a Taurus along with my adopted brother. And my wife's also a Taurus, so like, I think you guys are getting the drift. I'm a Leo. I am not conceited, but sometimes I know I can be. But yeah, Leo be Leoing. My brother, what is he? Sagittarius? I think he's a Sagittarius. Or Aquarius. One of those. He's something. But anyways, and I don't really do my eyebrows. I just kind of like lightly skim it because I'm terrible with eyebrows too. I just do the most natural makeup possible. But anyways, my family is very small, and I don't get a chance to hang out with my brother often because he's working so much. He works day and night for a mortgage company, and he's super dedicated to his work, and he's really good. He just got honored for employee of the month or best employee retention or something like that, but really good at his job. I'm so proud of him because he knows like all the hard work and struggle it takes to just even go to school and stuff like that. But he didn't really feel like college was for him, and I'm glad he found his niche because school isn't for everybody. And my parents really pressured the both of us to pursue our education and degree, and and I know he had a hard time just kind of dealing with their criticism on him not going to college. So when he got this job working for a mortgage company, I feel like it really changed him and his outlook and my parents' outlook, and they're really proud of him. He's making so much money. He's making hella money, more money than me. And I'm like, dude, I can't even pay for my college tuition. You're over here making some money. That's good. I'm glad. But yeah, he works all the time. And then my other brother, he lives in Colorado with his husband. Yeah, we're really a gay family. But he just had a baby, and I'm so happy for him and his baby. Got to see the baby once. She was here once. Sorry, I'm just getting my powder. It's Soft Sable C6 True Match. They actually discontinued. I think they discontinued this style of Soft Sable, because now whenever I try to order a Soft Sable, I usually get my makeup from Ulta, but they no longer have it, and I try looking everywhere. Like I try looking Target, Walmart, all that kind of stuff, and I can't find this Soft Sable in like this round palette, compact I should say. And I feel like the Soft Sable they have now is a little bit like a cooler tone, like kind of the tone that's on my face right now of the powder foundation. And I don't really like that because I like to have my skin kind of blend in with my face. And this one does a really good job after I put my foundation on. So I really ended up buying like 2 more just in stock, just because I know I'll probably never see it again. But anyways, yeah, so I don't get to see my family much. My mom also works at the same school that I was working at for 7 years. And my dad is technically retired. He had several, just accidents throughout his work life, and he's okay. He suffers from a lot of back pain and just is dealing with a lot. He's a very religious person, and that's why my dad and I just kind of don't connect very well, because his views on life are kind of hypocritical, but also there's good advice in there, but sometimes there are things that he does that it just I don't agree with. And I mean, he's not, what did I just do? Hold on. I think I just disconnected my light. Hold on 1 second. This looks cool though. Sorry guys. I think that was my dad basically spiting me in his way. Even though he's not here. I believe in ghosts and spirits, and I feel like he would do some shit like that. He would spite me just because I'm talking shit about him. But anyways, I do love my dad. We have a love-hate relationship. I love my mom. love my mom. My mom is my everything. She's my first love. I love her. Coolest person you'll ever meet. Funny story. Growing up, every time she was like the chaperone, like she was always the chaperone to all my school field trips and stuff. Growing up, all my friends and even the students, staff, everybody would love her. They were like, your mom's so cool. She's cooler than you. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Mom, stop. You're like embarrassing me. She was like, what? Everybody loves me. And I was like, yeah, they do. And to this day, a lot of people love her. She's such a good person. She also worked, I think I mentioned that, but she works at the same school that I worked at. And she went from a school lunch aide to a janitor to a paraprofessional. She did that for several years, and then she was moved to a different building where it's the upper elementary. And she works with 3rd through 5th grade and LRE aide, which means least restricted environmental aide. Very, very similar to a paraprofessional, but you're just working more closer with a group of students as opposed to like an individual or 2 individuals. But she did a great job. She's been there for 20 years, and she just became a reading interventionist. So she's doing great at her job because her principal actually asked if she can continue doing the reading interventionist job because they noticed a significant high performance in reading scores and retention, and she's so good at reading. So I'm so glad that she's in that position. It is a lot more work for her, but she loves it. She enjoys it. I think the hardest part was just kind of adjusting to the technology and then inputting data and constantly having to, like every single day, there was like a group of like 30 students or something like that. She would have to input data on each student and how they're doing, how they're progressing, that kind of thing. So I think that was a little bit of a struggle for her, but I think she's getting a little bit more acclimated with everything. And I'm so proud of her. I love her, and she's such a good person. And obviously she's just, she's a sweetheart. She does a lot for a lot of people, and I just want nothing but the best for her. So yeah, I do love my mommy. But I don't really get a chance to hang out with my family for those reasons. Now my wife's family, they're okay. I wouldn't say that they don't like me, but there is a hard time having a relationship with a family that still sees me as an outsider, or a lot of individuals as an outsider. I have gotten closer with some parts of the family, but there are times, oh, by the way, I'm putting this Kylie Jenner highlighter. I'm going to do it on my eyebrows, and then I'm going to put some on my face in a little bit. Just give a little pop. But yeah, I am kind of close to her family. We do a lot together, more so just because she does have a bigger family. She has a sister. She has one sister from her biological mother, and then one sister from her biological father, and then one brother from both biological mother and father. So that's pretty much, a big part of her family. And one of the sisters, she's super close with because she kind of grew up with her more, and that's a sister from her biological mother. The other sister, she is a little bit more distant. She's just living her best life. She does a lot of track, and she loves to do running and just taking care of her health, and she's also a teacher too. So So living that lifestyle is kind of hard, but we do a lot of family events like birthdays. We celebrate a lot of birthdays together. We celebrate a lot of like barbecues and dinners, and just kind of go to like fun events and stuff like that together. So that's good. But there are times where I occasionally feel like I'm not necessarily wanted, or I don't belong in the family. And I don't know if it's because of our sexuality. It is still frowned upon in the Islamic religion and community, and the community that I live in is not the best in accepting that. So I'm not victimizing. I'm not telling myself like, oh yeah, it's because of that. No, like, it's just like a little thing that comes up in my head. God, why do I always feel like I'm sounding like I'm choking up? I'm not. So I love her family, and I love her mom. Her mom is a great person. She does a lot for the family. She's like your old school mom. Like, she'll spoil you rotten. And one of the reasons why I fell in love with my wife is because she made grape leaves one day. Well, her mom made grape leaves. She brought them to work one day, and me and my girlfriend at the time, my wife, not my wife, she brought in the grape leaves, and I was like, ooh, I love these. These are so good. It was like, you and I are gonna be really good friends. And then we went from friends to significant others, now, like, living with each other. So yeah, that's how that story went. But that's a whole nother story. I'll talk about that another time, next episode. But yeah, so I do want to spend more time with family, but as you can see, that's where I stand with my wife's family and my personal family, and a lot of my extended family, like aunts, cousins, uncles. The majority of them live in Trinidad and Tobago, which is where both my parents are from, and majority of my dad's side of the family, intermediate family, live in North Carolina. So I miss them so much because I love them. They're just the best part of my family. They're fun. They do things that are just for each other. They're really close. Although in recent events, some things have kind of drawn us apart a little bit, but I think in due time, when people forgive each other, we'll be okay. I wish I had like a silver highlighter. I don't really have a silver highlighter. I should get one. But this is like one of my favorite highlighters because you could see how well pigmented it is. There has been times where I have used just a foundation and highlighter and some eyeliner, and people are like, oh my god, your makeup is flawless. Thank you. So I absolutely love this highlighter. I'm gonna put some on my face. But yeah, my extended family, Trinidad and North Carolina. I have not been to Trinidad since 2014, and at the time, I think it was 21, 22 at the time, and we went during Christmas and New Year's, and we stayed there for about 2 weeks. So that was the last time I seen them. Since then, a lot of family has already passed and gone from Trinidad, and then also in North Carolina, same thing. Both of my grandparents are still alive. From my dad's side, they are in North Carolina. My grandfather just turned 90 last year, so we went and celebrated that with him. That was fun. 90, this man has been through some shit. And I absolutely love my grandparents. They're, old people, and they have a lot of history to tell us and a lot to learn from them, so I love it. Whew, I'm getting tired. I don't know if you hear it, I'm like huffing and puffing. It's because like I can't breathe still. But I'm really big on family. My brother's not that big on family, which I don't know why, because we kind of like did a lot of the same things together. Like we always, visited family in North Carolina together, and he's only a year apart, so I can't imagine that age would be a factor, because we were really close growing up. Like, I mean, not the closest of brother and sister, but like I was the annoying older sister. Like I'd beat my brother up just for fun, and he'd do the same for me. But I don't know, it's weird that he's not as close to my family as I am. I try really hard because I like to learn about my family history and experiences, and just kind of talk to the people that you want close to you and help you get through things. Now I feel like I'm getting choked up. I don't know why. Whew. I need some water. I haven't drank any water. Actually, I'm gonna take a haul, so it's gonna sound like swooshing in your ears, but I really can't breathe right now. So, and I want to finish this video. Ooh, there's like a white lined coating there. What is that? I wonder if that's like a menthol coating or something. But yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. I'm just gonna lightly do my eyebrows because I realized they look really light and I don't really like that right now. I'm gonna use you guys. But yeah, so that's like a little bit of my family history. Not much going on. I think I have a video on here of my mom and me going up north Michigan for like a day trip or weekend day trip. Originally her and I wanted to do like a camping trip, but there was like no time to book a cabin, so we just did like a quick weekend day trip. And I think it was like Memorial Weekend or something. I butchered that. I butchered that really badly. I think. Oh, I also live with my my brother-in-law. He is actually not my brother-in-law, my wife's brother-in-law. He is or was married to her biological sister. And you notice I'm not giving names because I know certain people have an issue with privacy, and I don't want to invade anybody's privacy. This is not for any attention or anything like that, so that's why I'm not giving out names. If they happen to watch this and they figure out who's who, kudos, but I'm not trying to create any drama. Just letting you guys know. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of my history and facts. But anyways, yes, he lives with us. He has been living with us for 8 years. Honestly, since we moved into our home, he has been living with us. And what should have been 1 year turned into 8. And, yeah. We don't know what else to do to this guy to motivate him to get his own house, get his own place. Because we charge him very little rent for him living with us. And it's kind of weird sometimes because, like, we've even suggested, like, maybe we might try fostering. He's like, okay. Well, that means that it might be a sign for you to move, sir. But he still hasn't gotten the hint. And I have tried to speak up a little bit. And I talked to my wife about it. But for some reason, there is still some enabling going on. Oh, by the way, this is the NYX NYX eyebrow pencil. Come on. Hibiscus. It is the Black Noir color. And I like this one because it's super simple. It matches my hair. Although, I don't know what I'm going to do with my gray hairs. I usually dye it with like a quick 15-minute dye. And I have this dye shampoo that I got from Amazon. I'll show that to you a later time. Not right now. But it is super quick and easy to use. You don't even have to put it on for 15 minutes. You could just leave it on for 5 minutes. But usually when it's like at the roots, you just need a little longer for it to kind of set in. But it's really cool because it's a shampoo and a hair dye all in one. You just put some gloves on, rub it in your hair. You kind of just do what you got to do in the shower, and then you just kind of rinse your hair off and like it's normal. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Sorry, I'm adjusting myself. Oh yeah, I owe you guys a fit check. Just a little more. I feel like this side's thicker than this side. We're just gonna do a little more this side. Man, why do I keep butchering that line? So weird. I know you guys probably noticed me using my hands a lot. I use my fingers a lot because they're just a little smaller and I just want to quickly get them to look good in certain areas. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. I'm just gonna go back with the just doing like a quick brush through with the highlighter because I feel like the foundation already kind of covers it up. It's just a really quick. Yep, there you go. I'll just make this a little lighter. Alright, lips. Last thing, lips. I might do a little something else on the inside of my eye, but for now I kind of like it. It's simple. It's perfect for my 3 p.m. look. 3 p.m. Okay, so I kind of finished my eyes, my face, eyebrows, and now I'm going in with my lips. So I keep everything for my lips in this bag. Got this bag from Shein. Really, really cool. I like it because it's got like beautiful star decals, and I like the texture of it. It's like a velvety black texture. Because I got purple on my eyes, I think I want to just do a natural lip look. And I love this Kylie lip oil. And it does wonders for your lips when you just initially want to put something on. It's not a lip gloss, it's a lip oil. So it helps kind of like soften your lips and prepare it for like a long lip day wear, so you don't feel like you got cracked, ugly lips right now. Yeah, you know. I think I'm gonna use I think I might use a lip liner actually. Where is my lipstick? Where's my lipstick? Oh, I have this Revlon lipstick. So I have a hard time with lipstick because my lips are so dark and my skin is a little darker. I feel like when I put lipstick on, it covers up the natural lip lining of my lips and then it blends in with my skin. So when I try to go for like a natural lip look, it just kind of makes me look like I have no lips, and I don't like that. So sometimes I just have to kind of lightly put on some lipstick and then go in with like a lip gloss and then put some go in with a lip liner and then put lip gloss on. So I'm just gonna use this Revlon lipstick, and it's called Rose Velvet. Okay. And I like to layer my lipstick a little bit so that way it's thicker, it doesn't come off, because, come on, let's be honest, if they say that it's all day wear, is it really? Oh, and I got this from the mall, from a beauty supply shop, and I thought this was really cool because it looks like it's an eyeliner, but it's actually a lip liner, and I go through lip liners very quickly, so I wanted something with like a little bit more in it. Get it. Again, I'm going for a natural lip look. I'm not trying to be super deviant of it. I'm just trying to stay within the lines. Okay. Pretty. I like it. I'm just swooshing this halls in my mouth. And just want to let you guys know, I make like nonchalant sexual references very often. I am very open about my sexuality, so I like to do that. And sometimes I'm like a drum roll moment type of girl, so yeah. I did say I mentioned I did my hair before I started my makeup, so yep. And then I gotta go to the store, and it's pouring rain, but I don't really want to go. I need laundry detergent because I'm doing laundry. But I just want to stay in and watch a scary movie. I want to cuddle with the kitty. Oh, I have a dog and I have a cat. I forgot to mention that too. Shoot. How did I forget to mention that? My babies. Did I mention that? I think I mentioned my cat. I didn't think I mentioned my doggy. But I have a doggy. He's a mix between a Bichon Frise and a poodle. And my cat is a short-haired tabby. So both have been rescued, never purchased. I don't purchase animals. I don't like it. I like to rescue or adopt. But usually the majority of my animals that I've ever had in my entire life have been rescues. I just pick them off the street and I take care of them because I love them. I love animals. They are the best thing that has been placed on this earth. But yeah, probably just want to cuddle with the animals for a little bit and chill. Oh yeah, I gotta give you guys a fit check. I didn't put any earrings on because I don't know what to put on. But I like how it came out. Cute, right? And I have the nails. Still don't like how this eyelash came out. Whatever. Yeah. How you guys think? I mean, what you guys think, not how you guys think. What do you guys think? Do I need to add more somewhere? I like it. Simple, but sassy. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a fit check really quick. Turn the light on. I would give you a room tour, but I don't feel like my room is super clean right now. Even my mirror is not that great. Let me just pull my shirt down a little bit. So this is what I'm wearing, and please don't mind the ugly mirror, but I am wearing my Kill Star as above, so below, with my necklaces that I mentioned before. This bracelet is from Spirit Halloween because I love Spirit, and again, I said I love children. Although I don't have any, I still love them. They're still fun little people. This white bracelet right here, I really can't show you what's inside of that thing, but it's like, it's saying I love you in so many different languages. I have a Fitbit because I am trying to get better with my fitness. Obviously my ring. I had other rings on, but I did the dishes earlier and I forgot to put them back on. And when it comes to my hair, it doesn't take that long for me to do my hair. Although it is super, super long. It's like up to my butt. But usually it's about 10 minutes or so. I'm wearing basic gray leggings. And I love these high top socks with the stripes. Just kind of witchy. Give me that witchy vibes. And that's kind of what I was going for. Like a casual, light witchy vibe. That kind of thing. And that's it. I'm just wearing some slippers I got from Victoria's Secret because I'm at home and I don't really get to put shoes on. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope to see you soon. Bye, love, peace.